All right, welcome to Kean University Hardwood Arena for the men's basketball game between the Kean University Cougars and the DeSales University Bulldogs. Almost here at the opening tip, and Kean controls the tip. DeSales ball. DeSales comes in at 6-2, 0-2 in conference, while the Cougars are 7-3, 3-0 in conference.
That was number 40, Brett Mano, the first shot of the game, giving the DeSales Bulldogs 2 points.
In and out for Jonathan Jones. Jonathan Jones for the 2. DeSales brings the ball up the court. For 3, Brian Hunter for DeSales.
So Cougars have the ball again. It's Rob Lewis. Number 31, back to Mike Burton. Back up to the top of the key. A lot of movement around the arc. Michael Burton, in and out, 3-pointer. The score is 5 DeSales, Kean 2.
And that's
Kean
all.
struggling to get points in this first quarter.
Moyer again for the deuce. Mike Shaughnessy bringing the ball up the court. Pass to Andrew Kyrie.
Mike Burton, back to Shaughnessy.
Rebound Moyer. DeSales brings the ball up the court. Moyer for 3, and it's good.
Moyer now has 6 points.
DeSales out to a 10-2 lead. Rob Lewis with the drive, and it's good. That's 2 points for the junior from Scotch Plains.
Jonathan Jones with the rebound. Steal by DeSales. Give and go.
And
Blocked by
Jonathan
JJ.
Jones with the block.
Rob Lewis open. Layup, and that's 2 points for the Cougars.
That's now 4 straight points for the Cougars after being down 10-2. And that's an easy 2 for Brett Moyer, who has a game high 9 points.
That was a block by number 14 from DeSales, Paul Pammer.
And that's a foul on the inside, called against the Cougars.
So these are leading scorers. So like if Brian Hunter hitting
That was down by Brian Curran with the 2.
it's a travel called on the Cougars.
Brian Curran bringing the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. Rebound corralled by J.J. Haddock.
It's J.J. Haddock. The subs are now in the game. That will be Cougar possession. Ball was knocked out by the
Drew
Bulldogs.
Wilcox in for Brian Kerwin for the Bulldogs.
Number 32, the drive, and a foul is called. That's number 32, Kyle Lacordic, freshman, 6'5", going to the line.
Foul on Greg Peters. The Bulldogs' first foul of the game. Kyle Lacordic sinks the first.
And his second, giving the Cougars 2 points. Cougars trying to regain the lead, or take the lead, rather.
That was an easy bucket for Greg Peters. Assist from Drew Wilcox.
Number 44, that was Tim Stewart.
That was a good dish from Mike Shaughnessy. Cutting the deficit to 6 points. Bulldogs turn the ball over. Mike Shaughnessy bringing the ball up the court. And good hustle by Carl Latour.
That was a carry called by the
Brian Hunter brings the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. Wilcox has the ball in the corner. Jump ball. Bulldogs keep the ball. Substitution for the Bulldogs.
Jonathan Jones with the rebound. Pushed up court.
Ball's back with the Bulldogs. Zanil with the inbound pass. Wilcox with the ball in the corner. To Moyer. To Zanil.
Breakaway by Rob Lewis. Pass to JJ, and that's a jam for JJ.
Cougar ball.
It's Mike Burton. 3 is no good.
That looked to be all ball, but a foul called on Rob Lewis. And that is his second foul. Mike Coleman with the ball for the Bulldogs. Kerwin down to Wilcox. Wilcox with the jump shot, and it's no good.
It's Mike. That's Anthony Gibson pushing it up. The jumper, no good. Very fast-paced game. Cougars trying to regain the lead. The score is now Bulldogs 16, Cougars 12. Cougars trying to get some points back, but missing a lot of rebounds.
Wilcox with the inbound pass. Foul on the Cougars. That's a foul on Jonathan Jones, his first. Mike Coleman with the inbounds pass. That was a miss from in close by Bright Moyer. Cougars bring the ball up court.
It's number 31, no good. Jonathan Jones trying to get the rebound, but couldn't.
Mike Coleman with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Mike Coleman with the 2. For 3.
No good.
Long rebound corralled by Brian Kerwin. He pushes the ball up court. Brian Hunter for 3. No
Jonathan
good.
Jones with the rebound. Mike Shaughnessy. Back to Jonathan Jones. Lost it. Regains it. Number 11, Shaughnessy. Up. No good. Bulldogs will take that rebound.
A couple of chances blown there by the Cougars.
A lot of chances blown, not a couple. The score is now 18-12 Bulldogs. Jonathan Jones, rebound king on this court, though.
Yeah, he's averaging about 15 rebounds a game.
Number 5, up, no good. The ball just doesn't want to go in the net, it seems.
If the Cougars are going to have any chance of cutting into this deficit, they're going to have to make those open shots. Mass substitutions on the court. Mike Coleman to pass the ball in. Bourchier with an inside shot. O'Shaughnessy brings the ball up court. And Anthony Gibson draws the foul for the Cougars.
O'Shaughnessy will inbound it. .32 up for the shot, and it's good.
And it's good.
That's Kyle Latour. 4 points this game. Nice rebound by number 3, J.J. Haddock. Travel called on Diego. Number 21, Kenny Pace, back in the game. This is not the
way for the Cougars to get back in this game. Missed shots, unforced turnovers. They're going to have to do better than this.
With 8 minutes, 25 seconds left to go. Need to see something from the Cougars before halftime, hopefully. Oh. Walk called on the Bulldogs.
That's more like it. They're showing some presence on defense. Shaughnessy brings the ball up the court. For 3. No good. Shaughnessy with the rebound.
No good. So number 5, the Bulldogs bring it back up. And take the shot. Three, J.J. Haddock. Number 21, Kenny Pace. Stolen away.
It looks like he wasn't expecting that pass. For 3.
Rebound by Diego Gutierrez.
It's like neither team wants to make a shot now. And that's no good. Brian Hunter brings the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. Foreman to Coleman, back to Foreman. Brian Hunter resets at the top of the key. It's good pressure from the Cougars.
Rebound by Kenny Pace, number 21.
Now that was a better defensive showing by the Cougars.
Let's see what they do on offense. J.J. Haddock, 3, and it's good.
It's good.
Timeout called on the Bulldogs.
With this timeout, as the holiday season draws near, we want all Kean University students to stay safe during this time. We encourage you to study, get plenty of rest, and eat healthy. If you are driving home for the holidays, get a good night's sleep before your trip. Recognize the signs of fatigue, yawning, difficulty focusing, not remembering the last few miles driven. Avoid mixing alcohol and medications that may impair performance or impact coordination. Remember, alcohol can impact your judgment and actions. Use the buddy system to watch out for each other, and please be safe and stay in charge. This message is from the Kean University Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drugs Task Force.
Now back to the game. As we come off this timeout, Bulldogs up by 20. Kean 17. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left in this first half.
And the ball is out for the Bulldogs. It looks like the Cougars are switching up their defense here, going to more of a zone presence. We'll see how long they stay with that. Looks like they're trying to trap the ball handler. A loose ball foul called against the Bulldogs. Whatever Coach Rob said to them during that timeout must have worked.
Must have helped. We'll see what the points happen on offense. .44. It's Tim Stewart. Back to Gibson. Mike Burton with the ball. Stewart across to Gibson. 3. And it's good.
There we go. Anthony Gibson with the 3. And the score is tied at 20. Cougars on a 6-0 run.
Back on defense. Trying to not get any cracks in their zone defense. Double teaming.
Cougar ball.
That's what I call Cougar defense.
Yeah, they're definitely turning up the pressure on defense, forcing 2 straight turnovers. Earlier, it seemed like the Bulldogs were scoring at will. And now they've been shut down for 2 straight possessions.
That's what he called playing smart. Cougars playing smart.
Burton had his shot blocked while Gibson corralled it.
It's number 44, Tim Stewart, with 2 points. The freshman.
And the Cougars take their first lead in what seems like forever.
This is the first lead their whole game.
That's why it seemed like forever.
That's a 3 from 42, but didn't go. Rebound by JJ, Jonathan Jones.
All right, now let's see how the Cougars do with the lead.
Out of bounds. Bulldogs get called on the out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Cougars. Rob Lewis and Mike Shaughnessy back in the game, along with J.J. Haladik.
It seems like that second unit gave them a spark. All right, Mike Shaughnessy calls the play. Haladik for 3, and it's good.
And the crowd goes crazy.
Yeah, the crowd appreciates good basketball. And that's Rob Lewis drawing the foul. The Cougars are definitely playing better basketball.
After that shot, the score will stay the same. The score is now 25-20. That shot did not count.
Haladik for 3.
And it's
good.
He's found his sweet spot again.
After checking into the game, that's 6 straight points for Haladik, who now has 9 for the game.
Back on defense.
Brian Hunter
Cougars
No
trying to
good.
retaliate. I mean, the Bulldogs trying to retaliate, but can't. Cougars get the rebound. Shaughnessy brings it up court. Mike Burton, jumper. No good. JJ with the rebound. Push back up court, number 10. Gets a point and draws a foul.
Brian Hunter, he's the leading scorer for
The
DeSales.
Bulldogs averaging 18.6 points a game.
And he has 5 for the game. Looking to make it 6 with the free throw.
In and out.
And free throw is no good. Bulldogs control the rebound.
Can't. JJ with that rebound. That's Jonathan Jones.
Haladic checking. And he's fouled. That's going to be 3 shots for Haladic.
He wears number 3 for a reason. We see that.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it from downtown.
His sweet spot is outside the arc.
Yeah, he shot that from pretty near half court.
He shot that near the A.
Yeah, he has unlimited range.
Makes his first. And his second.
Third free throw coming from Haladic.
That's 3 points for the Cougars, courtesy of JJ Haladic.
And he leads all scorers with 12 points. And that foul is on Mike Shaughnessy. His second foul.
Both teams have 5 fouls, tied at 5.
Kenny Pace replacing Mike Shaughnessy after he picked up his second foul.
Haladic trying to draw that charge, but couldn't.
And that's a travel on number 23, Tom Marshall. Gibson brings the ball up for the Cougars.
Haladic
for 3.
Nah, no good.
And it's no good. When he shoots it, you almost expect it to go in all the time.
You do.
No good. Haladic with rebound. He pushes the ball up the court. I guess that's a travel on Haladic.
I didn't see a travel, but I guess the refs did. I'd like to go back to the replay on that one. Maybe at halftime.
And the Bulldogs beat the press. It's Brian Hunter with the ball to Kerwin. From Marshall back to Kerwin.
No shot. Brought up.
Fast break by the Cougars.
It's Gibson. Should have took the shot.
Good defense by the Bulldogs. And Gibson gets the ball back. Good hustle by the Cougars. Haladic slows the ball down. Inbound pass to JJ. And that pass was deflected by the Bulldogs. Play is getting sloppy again for both teams.
With under a minute, 30 seconds left in this first half. Cougars up 31-22.
Number 31 pushes the ball up court to Gibson.
Gibson to the top of the arc.
All the
That's
way down to
Helatic. And it's
And he hits the
good!
buzzer beater.
That would be 34 to the Cougars, 22 going into the halftime. We'll be back after this half.
And we're back at Harwood Arena. Cougars lead DeSales by 12 points. Ladick leads all scorers with 15.
It's Michael Burton with 3.
That's a good sign, starting off with a 3-point make.
Michael Burton, second leading scorer for the Cougars with 12.2 points a game. It's number 11 trying to retaliate, but doesn't get a shot off. Jonathan Jones with the rebound. That was number 11, Mike. No, that was number 31, Andrew Cunnersey. He missed a shot.
You got the 10? Foul underneath on number 20, Robert Lewis for the Cougars. Tim Stewart checks in for Rob Lewis for the Cougars. Great block by number 31 for the Cougars. Cougar ball. There was some confusion over the call there. Whether it was a trip or
Kick or whatever.
a
But
kick ball.
Cougars ball. Jonathan Jones to Mike Burton. That's another 3.
And he hits a 3.
6 in the second half.
He has 6 points in the game, all coming in the second half. Offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. They reset. They're trying to get the ball inside to Brian Hunter, their leading scorer. That looked to be off Bulldogs, but the ball's staying with them. Zaneo for 3.
And he gets it. That's number 42, Bob Zacchino.
It cuts the Cougar lead to 15.
Number 5. That's another one.
He's definitely
That's
feeling
Michael
it.
Burton. He's definitely in the zone right now.
3 straight three-pointers in the second half after being scoreless in the first. Nice penetrating move by Zanil. And the Cougars turn the ball over. Timeout called by the Cougars.
As the Holidays season draws near, we want all Kean University students to stay safe during this time. We encourage you to study, get plenty of rest, and eat healthy. If you're driving home for the holidays, get a good night's sleep before your trip. Recognize the signs of fatigue, yawning, difficulty focusing, not remembering the last few miles driven. Avoid mixing alcohol and medications that may impair performance or impact coordination. Remember, alcohol can impact your judgment and actions. Use the buddy system to watch out for each other and please be safe and stay in charge. We want to wish everybody a joyful holiday season and a very happy new year. This is a message from the university's task force. Now back to the game.
Well, you notice how the Cougars turned up the defense in the first half. DeSales was shooting only 28.6% from the field.
This is last half.
Yeah, in the first half. Let's see if the Cougars can bring that intensity into the second. Brian Hunter brings the ball up court. Ball down low to number 40, and it's good. Brett Hoyer with the basket. He now has 11 points on the game.
Michael Burton.
He's definitely feeling it.
It's 2 points for him. 2 more points from his 9.
You notice anytime JJ gets the ball down low, he's double teamed by the Bulldogs.
He's the biggest man in the court.
They are well aware of what he's capable of, being both the team's leading scorer and rebounder.
That was number 10, Brian Hunter, leading scorer for the Bulldogs.
The deficit is now down to 13. Kean can't get too comfortable with this lead. And that's a putback by JJ.
A rebound and shot tip-in by Jonathan Jones.
And that's Burton's first miss of the half. Nice move by Hunter.
Nice handling skills by Brian Hunter. He has 8 points.
And Gibson turns the ball over.
Miscommunication by the Cougars.
Good foul there, preventing the easy lay-in. So Brian Hunter at the line for the Bulldogs. And he sinks the first one. A mass substitution for the Cougars. All 5 players on the court getting a breather. And Hunter sinks the second. Travel there by Mike Shaughnessy.
I seen a stutter step. I didn't see a walk though. But
Hey,
that's ref.
it's not what you see, it's what they call.
Yeah.
Cougars seem to be losing focus. Deficit now down to 11 points. And that foul is on Calaterra for the Cougars. And he sinks the first. The deficit is now down to 10 points. And he sinks them both. Now down to a single-digit lead. Shaughnessy brings the ball up the court. And they
Rob
break
Lewis.
the pressure.
Back to Lewis. Back up to the top of the key. A lot of ball movement and a steal. That's number 11, Brian Curran, and he gets the point.
DeSales definitely making a nice run here.
DeSales definitely trying to recover from the way the last half ended. It's number 1, Anthony Gibson, and number 5, Michael Burton coming back into the game.
And Curran completes the three-point play. Hladic for three.
J.J. Hladic. No shot. It seems as though the DeSales defense has tightened up in the course of halftime. And these first 7 minutes of second half.
They definitely made some defensive adjustments. The Cougars are not getting those easy shots they were getting. They're desperately disrupting it. And that's an offensive foul. Cougars ball.
Jonathan Jones back in the game.
And the Cougars easily break the pressure.
Trying to look for an opening in. Shot, no good. And the Bulldogs will rebound that.
The Bulldogs are definitely packing it in on defense, trying to make the Cougars beat them from outside.
And that's still Bulldogs' possession. Bulldogs seem to be cutting this lead down very, very quickly.
Yes, it's now down to 6 points. And JJ
Jonathan
with the rebound.
Jones.
Latour with the inside move. And a foul is called.
He will go to the line, though.
Yeah, they realize they have to go inside if they're going to try and build this lead back up to where it was. They were settling for too many jump shots and three-pointers.
They got a little happy.
But can you blame them with the way they were sinking those threes?
Yeah. He misses his first free throw.
Shaughnessy back in for Hladic. Brian Hunter bringing the ball up for the Bulldogs. And that's another travel. Seems like the defense is making them move their feet before they're ready to. Gibson with the ball for the Cougars. To Shaughnessy. Back to Gibson. To Jonathan Jones.
Shot. Rebound. Taken away by the Bulldogs.
And yet another travel.
Kean with 4 fouls. Bulldogs with 2. 12 minutes. 0.3 seconds left to go in this second half.
Michael Burton with the ball. Down to Kenny Pace. To Shaughnessy. And the freshman Latour turns the ball over.
Rebound by number 32. Across the court, Shaughnessy.
Pass.
It's Burton with a shot.
And it's good.
3.
If it's working for you, why change, right?
It seems to be working just now. Bulldogs return. That's number 42, Bob Zacchino. Sinks in 3.
The Bulldogs are doing a good job keeping JJ quiet on the offensive side. And nice up and under for Brett Hoyer as the Bulldogs cut the deficit to 5. And Burton for 3.
Another one.
And yet another one.
Another timeout called by
Michael Burton.
the Cougars.
17 points for Burton.
A whole lot of 3s for Burton.
As the holiday season draws near, we want all Kean University students to stay safe during this time. We encourage you to study, get plenty of rest, and eat healthy. If you're driving home for the holidays, get a good night's sleep before your trip. Recognize the signs of fatigue, yawning, difficulty focusing, not remembering the last few miles driven. Avoid mixing alcohol and medications that may impair performance or impact coordination. Remember, alcohol can impact your judgment and actions. Use the buddy system to watch out for each other, and please be safe and stay in charge. We wish everyone a joyous holiday season and a very happy new year. This message is from the Kean University Alcohol, Tobacco, and Other Drugs Task Force. Well, in the second half, it looks like DeSales has come out more aggressive and are taking advantage of what the Cougars are giving them on offense.
They was aggressive in the first half, but they were in the lead in the first half, so they didn't need to be so aggressive. This aggressive, they're coming out and really trying to go away with the W. 10 minutes, 20 seconds left to go. The Cougars are trying to increase their lead some more. Having Burton hitting 3s and 3s.
Yeah, Burton has 17 on the game, all in the second half.
As the Cougars try to have another win on their NJAC conference. You see the change in defense after that timeout?
Yeah, they're definitely playing more aggressively.
The defense is just tighter. Like that's number 44 up to top to JJ. Whoa, couldn't finish. Rob Lewis does though. That's 2 points. Back on defense. Bulldogs out of bounds. Never mind. Possession will stay on the Bulldogs because ref calls a push for the Bulldogs. I'm push on the Cougars.
And that foul is on Anthony Gibson, his second foul.
Bulldogs come away with a shot. That's number 40.
They cut the deficit down to 8. Now you see the defense is collapsing anytime Michael Burton gets the ball.
Jonathan Jones banking a shot.
Ladies and gentlemen, with that basket, senior Jonathan Jones recorded his 1,000th career point. JJ becomes the 30th member of men's basketball 1,000 point club at Kean University. Congratulations to JJ. Ball back to Wilcox. Cross court pass. Corner three.
And he makes it.
Good.
That's number 42 again, Bob Zucchino.
And
Jonathan
another shot
Jones.
for JJ. They're trying to get him going. JJ now has 10 for the game. Offensive foul against the Bulldogs. Wasn't it? It's 7 points to get it. He has 10, so it was one before that.
I think he counted 0. He's supposed to count 0?
It was, so it was on 1 before. So he made a 2-pointer.
I don't know.
Cougar ball.
Diego Gutierrez is in the game. Across the arc. Anthony Gibson to Diego. To JJ Hladic. To number 32. Back to Anthony Gibson. Trying to find it'll be Cougar possession.
And the Cougars have to notice that the clock is staying at 13. Refs say there was no change of possession. 7 on the shot clock. Blocked there by Mike Coleman for the Bulldogs. Foul on Colator. His second. And Jonathan Jones checks back into the game. Brian Hunter to check the ball back in. For 3, and it's good. Number 42, Bob Zanil. He has 14 points on the game.
Jonathan Jones. That's another shot. Another timeout called by the Cougars.
It looks like the coaches for the Cougars have decided to get J.J. Moore involved in the game. after being held pretty quiet in the first half.
Just I wonder what's going on in both timeouts right now. Like Cougars need to work on their defense, tighten it back up. Like at the end of the second half, at the end of the first half, the Cougars defense was extremely tight. They need to get back to that place and start banking in more shots because the Bulldogs coming for that lead.
Yeah, they definitely
6 minutes, 27 seconds left
I
here
guess
at
right
Hallwood
now,
Arena.
the Cougars just have to focus on keeping this lead, not choking it away. But then again, the Bulldogs have improved their play, both on offense and defense. Brian Hunter bringing the ball up for the Bulldogs, being guarded by number 1, Anthony Gibson. Hunter for 3.
No good.
No good. And Bulldogs control the long rebound.
That was Bob Zacchino for 3. Trying to take the lead back.
That's 17 points for Zanio. Down low to Latour. And he gets fouled. So that's 2 shots for Latour. And he sinks the first. And he sinks them both. Andrew Curry in for Kyle Latour. And the Bulldogs break the trap. And Coleman is fouled on the shot.
That's Cougars' 7th foul. So any other foul after this, the Bulldogs will be going to the line.
And Coleman sinks the first for the Bulldogs. And he sinks them both to cut the deficit to 5 points. Anthony Gibson brings the ball up the court for the Cougars. Cougars with a 5-point lead after leading by as much as 17 points earlier in the half. JJ with the cross-court pass.
That's Kenny Pace with a 3.
Walk. And yet another walk called against the Bulldogs. JJ Hladick back in the game for the Cougars. Turnover by Jonathan Jones. And you see the Cougars swarming to the ball. Jonathan Jones.
No shot.
And yet he misses that.
No shot.
That was a case of being so wide open, not knowing what to do with the ball.
He didn't have a grasp on the ball. Clearly. Yeah. But the Bulldogs go to the line.
The Cougars need to just calm down with this 8-point lead. Less than 4.5 minutes to go in the second half. Number 11, Brian Kirtland with the first half of the half and half. And he sinks the second one. And the Bulldogs call timeout.
Four minutes, 23 seconds left to go in the second half. Cougars are up by 67. To the Bulldogs, 61.
It's hard to believe that the Cougars were up by 17 at one point. The Bulldogs have definitely chipped away at this lead.
They're still chipping.
Yeah, but the Cougars need to get Jonathan Jones more involved in the game plan. Stop settling for those outside shots.
It's hard when Jonathan Jones is getting double teamed, triple teamed by the Red Bulldogs. It's hard.
Yeah, but that's what happens when you are the best player on the court.
So how you gonna get a shot off if you triple team though?
The best players have to find a way to do it. There's nothing more you can say to that.
I don't know what to say to that. But timeout's over, so we're back to the game. See how this turns out. Steal by Rob Lewis. Jump ball.
And that was jump ball, possession arrow to the Bulldogs. Brian Hunter brings the ball up the court for the Bulldogs. And he sinks it.
That's another three-pointer for Bob Zucchino.
Deficit is now down to 3 points. The Cougars need to keep focus. A timeout called by Jonathan Jones. It looks like the Bulldogs are definitely growing in confidence.
They are, but the game's not over yet. Somebody needs to go tell them that.
Yes, definitely. They need to be aware of that.
And
they have to be aware of where Bobby Zanio is on the court, because he's shooting off-balance threes and sinking them.
He shot 3 already.
Yeah, he's definitely feeling it.
He's definitely in the game. The Cougars need to play smarter. They need to turn up the heat.
Cougars need to do whatever they were doing at the beginning of the second half, where they jumped out to that big lead.
That was playing smart. They're
playing smart on both offense and defense.
And not just giving up on defense.
All right, let's see how both teams adjust coming out of the timeout. Shaughnessy to pass the ball in. Gets the ball to Andrew Kyrie. Back to Shaughnessy. Kyrie down to Hladic. And Hladic turns the ball over.
Steal by number 5.
Now they close out on Janelle. Brian Hunter with the ball. The Bulldogs leading scorer.
Shot clock.
And now there's a little confusion as to whether that's Shot clock violation. And now the ref is going to talk it over with a clock operator. It looks like the ball is going to stay with the Bulldogs.
Tip. JJ brought back by Bob Zucchino. I think they need a double team Bob.
Yeah, it looks like they put JJ on him. Maybe they think the length will disrupt his shot.
Foul called on Rob Lewis. So Michael Coleman will go ahead and shoot two.
And he sinks the first one. And he sinks them both. The Cougars are now with the 1-point lead. Less than 3 minutes to go in the second half.
A lot of giving and goes seen here.
Yeah, the Bulldogs have definitely picked up the intensity on defense. Ball down low to Latour.
And he makes the
and
shot.
One. Jonathan Jones with the assist. And he leaves it short.
Cougars back on defense. Bob back with the shot.
Nice block by Jonathan Jones on Bob Sineo.
Another shot.
He fouled him on the three-point shot. And Brian Hunter looking to complete the 4-point play and also give the Bulldogs their first lead since the first half.
Cougars looking to play smart.
The Cougars can't panic even though they've lost the lead.
Shot clock down to 10. Three-pointer. And it's
good. Andrew Carey with the three.
That was number 31. Andrew Curie making the three.
It looks like Brian Hunter is down on the floor cramping up. The 6'3" guard from Allentown, Pennsylvania, is the leading scorer for the DeSales Bulldogs.
Score is now 72-70.
It's a much tighter game than the Cougars would have liked. The lead looked safe.
This
at
lead looks safe?
halftime.
Oh, the lead at halftime looks
Yeah,
safe.
it definitely
It
looked
did.
safe. Nobody would have thought this came down
That
to
was
this, hung out to
halftime.
this, but
It's 20 minutes later.
yeah.
Cougars with 10 fouls, though. That's not
Yeah.
safe.
Yeah, so any foul now by the Cougars would send them to the line for 2.
And DeSales with 6 fouls. So
So it means they're not only are they playing better offense, but better defense as well, not giving away those easy trips to the foul line.
man,
But we
10
still
fouls,
have
though.
we have over a minute to play. A lot can
15
happen.
seconds over a minute, to be exact. But a lot can happen in a minute.
Both coaches will be looking to get their teams to close out this half on a very good note. Play tight defense and efficient on offense. Bob's new to bring the ball in for the Bulldogs.
That was number 40, Brett Moyner.
Score is now tied at 72.
First points of the game.
Rob Lewis with the ball for the Cougars. To Burton it. Back to Lewis. Ball down low to Latour. And he's fouled on the shot.
2 shots, giving the Bulldogs 7 fouls. So every foul after this will take them to the line. Kyle Latour back to the line, shooting 2 fouls.
And he misses the first one. These are critical free throws that the Cougars have to convert.
He makes the second, though.
.35 seconds left in the game. Cougars up by 1. And Hunter knifes his way in.
They just let him in the lane. If you ask me, they let him. They said, "Welcome to the lane. Welcome to the basket."
Where was the defense on that play?
There wasn't any at all.
Shot clock is off.
Shot.
Burton for 3.
No good.
Jones with the rebound.
And it's
And he
good.
takes it. This is when you need your star players to make big plays for you, and that's exactly what Jonathan Jones just did right there.
4.9 seconds left to go. Cougars up by 1. Cougars with 10 fouls.
Yeah.
Bulldogs with 7.
So the Cougars can't afford to foul on this play right here. They're going to have to play some very tight defense, not let the Bulldogs knife right straight through their defense like they did on the last play. Looks like Jonathan Jones has come alive in the second half. He might not have the most points for the Cougars, but he definitely has the most important ones. That last shot gives him 14 points for the game. Again, we have 4.9 seconds left. Cougars leading by 1. And the Bulldogs are going to inbound. The ball to Brian
Pushing up.
Hunter.
Shot.
The win.
No shot.
Rebound Jones. And the Cougars win.
75-74.
That game was definitely closer than it had to be.
Very closer than it had to be.
Cougars now improved to 8-3. And the Bulldogs.
And 4-3 in the conference. And 4, well, yeah, actually, this is not a conference game, so 8-3.
And the DeSales Bulldogs dropped to 6-3. Very good game by the Bulldogs.
We'll be back for our doubleheader as the women Lady Cougars play the University of Scranton Lady Royals, coming to you very soon here at Harvard Arena. That's all for now.